to the gamers, we are back. If you're watching SAP, you might be like, why has there been so little SAP lately? Well, it was the holidays, so I was taking some time off. Then the daycare got sick, so I was doing childcare in the afternoons when she would normally be at daycare. I didn't have time to do SAP. Then my daughter got sick from the day that she was at the daycare, so she was out of daycare for a week. So I was doing childcare when she would normally have been there, and then I got sick right as she went back to daycare from the illness that she got from daycare that kept her out of daycare. So I have been, my immune system texted me the frick back. That's all you need to know, okay? We're so back. And I will be a determined burglar, much like the Wet Bandits from Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. This is why I'll never have Spawn. Bro, no one's talking about Todd McFarlane, okay? We're talking about children here. We're talking about the future of the human race. No one's talking about John Leguizamo and the weird clown guy. And I think that the Spawn rides like a motorcycle and he's got like a green chain or something like that. He's got a chain that drags people into the underworld. I don't know anything about that. John Leguizamo is the weird clown. All I know about Spawn, literally 100% of my Spawn knowledge, comes from the fact that I was really into Pogs. When the Spawn movie came out, I was like 7 years old, so I have a lot of Spawn Pogs, and by a lot I mean, and by have I mean my mom probably donated them to Goodwill in like 2003. Certainly, one of the biggest lies that our parents told us growing up was that our collectibles would one day have value, right? You know what? Get out of here. We'll run it like this. It's a little wonky, but just let me work it. My MTG cards do. That's true. I wanted to say fuck you. Instead, I'm going to say that's true. Pokemon did? Yeah, if you have a Gen 1 Charizard. I think the problem is that, well, I mean, it's not a problem. I guess it's just market dynamics. But, like, Magic the Gathering started out at, like, proportionally a low level of popularity relative to where it is now. So when they printed all those hyper-powerful cards, there was less supply out there because there was less demand out there. And now, like, 10 times the population is in the Magic the Gathering, so the demand is psychotic. Pokemon, by the time the Pokemon cards came out, that shit was already popping. We were going into Toys R Us and pulling pre-made decks off the shelves at $19.99 a pop. Now, if you got a first edition Charizard, best of luck to you. Like, congratulations. I bought a lot of Pokemon cards as a kid in 1998 to 1999. I went through them like 7 years ago. I was like, some of these must be worth some amount of money. Straight garbage. Top to bottom, straight garbage. PSA 10, PSA 1, it don't matter. Hey, yo, Aaron, thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. Much appreciated. I kind of like running the guinea pig this week. I know it might seem a little insane. I just think he's like a cute guy that reminds me of Kirby's Dream Land 2, so I'm going to run him. He's a cute guy. Something about it. My brother once went through his cards, and apparently most of them were fakes. It's crazy that there's like the Thomas Crown affair for like Pokemon cards and Magic cards. Like, I remember maybe this started my disillusion with the Magic the Gathering community when Battle for Zendikar came out in like 2016. And then people were posting like, hey, I bought a pack at Target to try to get an expedition, but there was no rare in the pack. And then it turns out that people had been like going to Target, picking up the packs, like using something to melt the glue, opening the pack, removing the rare, and then putting like a common in instead, and then sealing the pack back up and putting it back on the shelf. Like, that's insanity. That's got to be like the highest stakes, lowest yield, lamest, nerdiest possible heist you could possibly do. Yeah, you're already stealing, bro. Why don't you just steal the pack? You're actually doing like it's worse to reseal it with no valuable shit in it. Like if you stole the pack, the rare is the only thing that's worth anything to begin with. Although NL, the full art lands were supposed to be worth $1 each. Yeah, until we all ripped 10,000 packs each. So the full art lands became more common than half art lands. Anyway, if you steal the pack, you just stole the pack. You've done one pack worth of damage. If you take the rare, you've stolen one pack worth of value, but then also some poor sucker is going to come in and buy the pack and just get a bunch of garbage. It's 2 crimes in 1. Jerry! That's a big play. Okay, this weekly, by the way, is full scumbag weekly, which is why I should have bought the hippo, but instead my brain's not quite working right, so I bought a falcon instead. Still pretty good. Go ahead. Go ahead. A hemomancer. Sorry. A lycanthrope. Pixie. You know what? Why don't you get out of here? Let's mix it up. Let's run this. I understand our pill bug is not at peak efficacy, but I still stand by this. A sorceress. Ghoul. A pharaoh. Sorry. YouTube Andes won't know. YouTube Andes, look up. The tweet is called, "This is the best TikTok I've ever seen. Go look for it." It should be easy to find. With spaces between all the words. It shows up if you just search for Hemomancer. I just wanted to know if you like bagel sandwiches. Does the Pope shit in the woods, brother? Who doesn't? Okay, full scumbag build enabled. Give me some scalers. Some scalers. Walter Whiteface. No, Walter, I didn't say Skylers. Oh. Walter White goes back to dancing before shilling a semi-legal crypto exchange based in Antigua and Barbuda. Wait, why was it? Why you should get combined, bro? Oh, scale me. Would you let the Pope hit it from the back? I would, because honestly, he's been kind of based lately. Didn't he say in the last month he's had multiple base statements, one of which was like, didn't he say coming is good? That's a big one. We've been waiting, like 1,000 years ago, there would have been a civil war fought over that question. He said sexual pleasure is a gift from God. POV, you just got sucked off for the first time, and they ask you for a statement. Oh. Just imagine the Pope being like, Mamma mia, I get it now. I gotta tell everybody. Oh, dude. Imagine, though. Oh. No disrespect to the Pope. As far as we know, he's the only world leader who's got a hard copy of Undertale. So we show some respect. I'm 100% sure Bill Clinton played Undertale. You think so? You think Bill Clinton would vibe with Undertale? We know Hillary Clinton saw Barbie at least. Or at least her publicist did. Learning a lot about people this week. Bill Clinton played Guilty Gear. Isn't there like a Smash mystery? There's a player that's named like, their online handle is like Barack Obama or something like that, but no one knows who they are. But every once in a while they enter like an online tournament and just rinse everybody. That's Joe Biden in Guilty Gear. See, I remembered most of it. Joe Biden rinses dudes in Guilty. Why would I give you that steak, man? Now you're not getting any bonus from the Siberian Husky. It really is like that tweet that's like, this is what it's like to watch people play Super Auto Pets. And he's like, oh, he countered it. He had the propeller helmet. Okay, he countered that. All right, let's see what you got going next. This is bad. I've made a mistake. Never mind, we're totally fine. You should play Guilty Gear. Voice of someone who wants to absolutely kick my ass in Guilty Gear. You should play Guilty Gear. It's really good. It's a fun game. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool guy. He just wants what's best for you. So you gotta go. Let me think about this for a moment. You gotta go. What am I gonna replace you with? It's not gonna be a taper. Could be a monkey. Haven't you always wanted a monkey? It's pretty anemic scaling for this stage of the game, but it is what it is. Nice try. I don't have anything to say. I used all my humor on that joke about the Pope. Any videos today? Listen to me, brother! Keep in mind, due to the passage of time, any video released today must have been recorded in the last few days. Listen to what I sound like now. This is the best I've felt in 4 days. You think there's any videos coming out today? My ass would have had to get like one of those like text-to-speech generators. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Super Auto Bets. Maybe an Isaac episode from the vault. You guys flatter me too much, okay? The Isaac episodes, stop treating them like they have value. That's not to say they're not fun to watch. But this is not like the federal government strategic petroleum reserve, okay? Where it's like when times are tough, we can just be like, here's some oil, juice the economy a little bit, bring down gas prices. They have no utility. It's just the same thing said over and over again. They have value? No, I mean, they're fun to watch, but it's not like there's, also I don't have them. I don't have it. If anything that I had, I would have released it like 2 days after I made it. You know, this isn't Starbucks. We don't keep a bunch of Cuban sandwiches, you know, in the freezer just because we only sell 2 a day because they're not very good. People were munching through them like crazy. Like we were one of those bakeries that opened at like 5 a.m. and closed by 9:30. We're so back. We're so dead. Fair, my bad. I wasn't aware you were sick. Oh, it's nothing to worry about. I wasn't aware that you weren't aware. Two can play that game. Guy trying to apologize voice. Yeah, you're not half as fucking sorry as I am. If you're sorry, I'm sorry +1. I was apologizing when you were knee-high to a grasshopper, bro. Did you hear about Doc Rivers? Do we live in an old Wild West town? What is he, like the local apothecary? I know he's a basketball coach. I just thought it would be funny. 8 wins. Could be worse. Are you Lassie? How about me like rude glasses? Call me Kick-Assia. Do we not do casino with SAP anymore? Am I, you know what I'm realizing? I can never take another day off. I'm the only thing keeping some people tethered to the present day. Otherwise, people are still living like it's 2020 out here. It never ended. Saturday, Sunday, plus 2 sick days. People are like, hey, did you see Rudy Gobert wipe his hands on the microphone? I'm like, brother, like, we're worried about you, brother. It's been 4 years. Wake up, wake up. Smelling salts. Your eyes rattle around like a slot machine. Ting, 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 ting. Can you not snap? No, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at snapping. I'm a ring finger snapper, which is not the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it with your middle fingers, but something about my hand morphology doesn't work well for middle finger snapping. Can you whistle? I spec'd into whistle maxing, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But the snapping, I don't have the snapping. I've never met another ring finger snapper. Be careful though, I said that about toe walking. And now I've got all sorts of questions about my relative degree of neurotypicalness. Sometimes being seen is a curse. I'm getting my ass beat, man. Small Ant also slides on his socks so hard they get holes. Listen. All of the anecdotes are pointing in the same direction, but a plurality of anecdotes does not equal a diagnosis, okay? Probably. Or maybe that's exactly how diagnosis works. I'm not a doctor. If I was, I would have prescribed myself some cough medicine that actually worked. Does Tanner Minecraft also run up the stairs even as a grown adult? Because I do. I think so. Motherfucker. Son of a bitch. We the best, man. We did it. Take the test on stream? I don't think that that's scientifically valid. But you know what pisses me off? So this week, obviously, I've been sick. What were my symptoms? I don't even need to tell you. It's the same symptoms as every respiratory illness on the planet, okay? Cough, sneezing, tired, aches, that fever. That's it. People are like, what did you have? How the fuck am I supposed to know, bro? And that, like, shouldn't there be like a test you can do online rather than immediately having to go to either your family doctor, the urgent care, or the emergency room? And then it'll ask you like 100 questions about your illness, and then you could take that to the clinic and be like, I've already done this. Can you check if I have this? It feels like that would save everybody a lot of a headache, man. Yeah, like Akinator for your illness. You should just put illnesses into Akinator and let the machine learning handle it. Do you have white patches on your tongue? No. Okay, then Akinator's like, he's not strep throat. Are you coughing up blood? No. Okay, it's not, tuberculosis. That would be crazy. It would probably work better. Well, I don't know about that. I was going to say it would work better than the healthcare system does right now. But also, can we not just they should just, in high school, they should teach everybody how to run a piss test on themselves. Elizabeth Holmes was right. The only thing is, instead of a blood test that tests you for absolutely everything, it should be a machine you just piss into, and then it goes you have mononucleosis. And I'd be like, thank you! See, doctor, that doesn't take 10 hours of chilling in the emergency room. Just like a little filter that goes over your toilet or something like that. Bro, we're still working on the Pythagorean theorem. We're not going to do that. It did kind of blow my mind when Justin said nobody knows what the Pythagorean theorem is. I'm not saying you need to know what it is in order to function in society, but it's just every once in a while you find out things aren't as you thought they were. And people, at least in the kind of circles I run in, people know what the Pythagorean theorem is. And I'm not exactly talking to extreme geniuses day in and day out. Look at this, brother. We had a robot nurse when I was doing my practicals, and it was shockingly accurate. I gotta be a new type of guy. Voice reveal. Because when I say it like this, I realize how dumb I am. Not how dumb I sound, how dumb I am. Because I'm a guy who hates AI, but thinks it should replace all doctors. That can't possibly... When I lay it out, tip to toe like that, that can't possibly become my personality. That's really bad. I just want everything to be better. I'm like, AI should not exist. It's putting all these artists and other creatives out of work. That being said, all highly trained medical professionals should be replaced by an algorithm as soon as possible. You're probably right, though. I don't think I am. I don't want to believe that I am, and I don't think that I am. This is the dream build. Just don't buy any other foods. This guy can survive, but don't buy any other foods. Go Torquey on him. Yeah. By the way, mods, anybody who mentioned anything with Pal Worlds in the last 60 seconds, I want them timed out for 6,000 seconds. Why? Because you support generative AI? No, because I don't care. I simply, the discourse has been run dry too many times. It's like you're trying to get the last single molecule of Coca-Cola out of the McDonald's cup, and you're like, brother, it's not worth the for just one nanosecond of pseudo sweetness. It's not worth it, man. It's not. We there's nothing more to. There's no more meat on the bone. I'm sorry. I got a lot of meat on my bones. My mom explaining to other parents that I'm not fat as a child when I'm actually fat. He's husky. He's got a stout build. He's built like his. Anyone else at age 14 ever hear this? You're built like your grandfather. I'm like, Mom, the dude is 62 years old. I'm 14. That's not a compliment. So I watched, I can't remember, maybe it was on Saturday. I watched The Banshees of Inisherin on the Peloton. I understand the movie. I want to make it clear. I understand the movie. All that being said, would it have killed Brendan Gleeson to just be nice? I was watching the movie and I was like, you could just say, hi, how's it going? How are you? Come on, man, there's no need for all this. I'm thinking, bro, I don't really want to get rid of a giraffe right now. I don't really want to get rid of you because I think we're badge hunting. You did not get it? I got it. I'm just saying, like, why didn't he just go, like, why didn't he just say, see you at the pub later and then not show up? That's the way we do it in modern society. That's worse. Riz so bad, he played the fiddle. Everyone relax, I'm thinking. This is not a tiger build. This is not my beautiful house. Okay, now I can get rid of you and place you instead. This can work. This can work. I just played Akinator and it guessed you. Justin TV chatters in 2011. Oh, sorry, this is like really rude, but bro, Akinator can guess like your aunt at this point. It's been on the internet for 20 years. Of course it can guess someone that's a streamer on Twitch. It knows everybody. That's why I'm saying we got to plug the like Grey's Anatomy differential diagnosis handbook into Akinator. Akinator could be Ultron, but if Ultron was a doctor. Guy who sucks ass at making metaphors. You know how Ultron was like a really bad guy? What if instead he was the best doctor of all time? That's how good of a doctor Akinator could be. There goes that dream den. Marvel What If Season 3. Hey, here's a what if for you, Marvel. Marvel, what if your shows and movies were as good as they used to be? I can't do a fake laugh. It causes the irritation in my throat to rise up. But what if, bro? Imagine. Uh-oh! They were never good? Excuse me. Captain America, the Winter Soldier is the best thriller of all time, next to Russell Crowe's The Insider. Check yourself lest you wreck yourself. That seems good. Is NL going to start a Michael Mann arc? Brother, do you think I'm 21 years old? I watched Heat before this website even existed. You know that, like, 22-year-old letterboxed Andes who have seen 500 movies while paying attention to none of them because they're scrolling through their phone the whole time, they'll come in here and say, hey, if you like Tom Cruise, you should really check out a little-known movie called Collateral. I saw that shit on DVD in 2004, bro. Well, you were still learning to spell your name. I was being trained to conquer galaxies. That's Battlefield Earth. You should watch Crank. Now we're talking. But aren't you forgetting something? Guy who likes Crank but thinks Crank 2 High Voltage is just a little too much for him. Hemomancer. This is bad. This is great! Pixie. Lycanthrope. Sorry. I am having a mental breakdown. Pharaoh. Oh, man. They call me Mr. 10-piece because I be getting 7 pieces. Which Crank movie has the sex scene again? It's both of them. In Crank 1, he has intercourse with Amy Smart at a horse race with the audience viewing him because he has to keep his adrenaline pumping to keep his heart rate over like 150 BPMs or he'll die. In Crank 2, I think he has intercourse with Bai Ling while he's on fire. It's been a while. He's definitely on fire at some point because REO Speedwagon's Keep on Lovin' You plays. It's a good movie. It's a little understated. It's kind of like a slow burner. If you like the Banshees of Inisherin, I would recommend it. If you need something that's a little bit more, you know, bombastic, you're more of like an Anatomy of a Fall type viewer, it might be a little too slow for you. Might I recommend something a little bit more exciting like Phantom Thread? Something a little more exciting like Hemomancer. Please. At least let me get to 8. Do you like Phantom Thread? I haven't seen it, to be honest with you. I've not seen it. But I have seen the house it bought, and it's lovely. Come on, let me get to 8. Let me get to 8. 8 wins. 8 wins. They call him Mr. 7-piece the way he gets to 7 pieces. Hi, Tomo. You ever put the curse on your second monitor while you're doing thumbnails? No, I don't have Paramount Plus because I wish all new streaming services go out of business or get consolidated. Hang on, I gotta go pee though. I'll be back. It's the cycle, man. Someone's gotta come up with a way to fix this problem, okay? My voice is hoarse. I have to drink more water. What's the bonus I get for drinking more water? I gotta go pee. As soon as I drink the pee, my voice gets hoarse again. And it just goes around and around and around. It doesn't make sense.